Hey everybody, it's Matt Schmidt here, and we're going to be talking about case study number 2 today. I wanted to show you this in particular product because it wasn't something that sold like crazy, something that just flew off the shelf, similar to what was happening with case study 1. I couldn't push it as far as I would want to push it. You know, we did very well on it. We did about $6,300 in revenue, but it just never was something that would get a lot of budget. For whatever reason, it just didn't perform very well on any ad set, really, if I scaled up. I did scale out. Now, the nuance here is that I've been in this niche for a very long time. I've had the pixel very matured in this niche for quite some time. So I didn't run any PPE ads outside of my no link ad. I knew right away that this product was very good, and even so, you know, moving to the wide open modified version of my website conversion ads quickly, you know, there just wasn't a lot of growth there in terms of scaling up. So very good at scaling out, and you'll see that here in a second. So this was a retail item that sold for $10.95 with $4.95 shipping and handling. We sold 397 of these over the course of a very short amount of time. The gross revenue on that was $6,312. Total ad cost for this was only $1,600. $1,500 of that or so, or $1,400 of that came from website conversion ads, and then we had about $100 in retargeting click to website ads. Fulfillment cost for that, I did have a fulfillment house for this, was $500, and the total product cost was only $400. This was a very an item that was, you know, I could negotiate a large purchase, a relatively large purchase, and we were able to get a very good pricing on it. So the total profit of that was $3,812. Not bad at all. I mean, it wasn't a grand slam, but it was something that made me $4,000. And so the big takeaway I want you to have from this one is not everything has to be the grand slam. I like to think a lot of things like Moneyball. You know, if you can have a lot of these $4,000 guys running at the same time that you have, you know, the grand slams happening, you're going to be set up for success. We want to make sure that we're running the entire process that we've had. That no link ad told me that I could be aggressive, and I went straight to the website conversion ad, which I would want you to have that PPE ad in there. But I've also been in this niche for over 2.5 years. So if you're not at that point, then you really want to bring in that pixel and get it matured. If you're an experienced marketer, you know exactly what I mean. When you've had a pixel around for that long, you know exactly what the targeting is. You can go aggressive, especially if you need to. So let's go over the shoulder and check these things out. You can see this is just the proof here. That's the gross sales. Now it doesn't incorporate the shipping rate in there, so it was $4.95 shipping. So if you added everything up here, it's that $6,300. So what I wanted to show you here real quick is our pretty much scaled out to the max campaign here. This is the website conversion ad. You can see some of my original ones that did the most of the traffic and the most of the sales, and that was on the wide open modified here. And then we went pretty aggressive on our single years. This is a fairly large niche, so we were able to do that. And this was a good campaign. It was based somewhat off of a happening in the market, and so it went up for a little bit. I couldn't get terribly aggressive with it. Maybe that had something to do with it. And then, you know, it kind of died off. So we reached a lot of the people here by going to the single year. We did very well with it, and then we might bring it back at some later point if something happens, similar to how this was being successful in the first place. So that is what we're looking at with this one. The retargeting ad, funny thing, did not do very well. We brought it in very late to the game. That's our fault for sure. But we only made, a little bit of money off of this in the grand scheme of things. Looking back, I certainly would have brought this in right away. Looking back, I would have definitely wanted to get this up and going immediately with our ads. But, we had a lot of things going on at this point in time, and I was actually out of town quite a bit here. So lessons learned. So we went from the no-link PPE directly to the website conversion because I wanted to hit something very quickly. I wanted to be the first. The only reason I feel comfortable doing that is because I had been in this niche for so long. So I don't recommend that you always do what I just did. But if you're an advanced marketer, if you have a pixel that's very unique, very matured, you can be aggressive here and do very well. So it wasn't the biggest product in the world, but I'm pretty happy with it. So that's it for this video, and we'll see you in the next one.